What's up, guys? This is replay review video number 4. I am actually here with a dynamic video and I'm super excited. I never get to review any dynamic videos, and I actually never find good dynamic videos to review because I think that my games are pretty standard, and this game stands out to me because it's not standard. It's actually one of the reasons why I really like the game, because there's opportunities to learn. I think that people are generally interested in videos where you get a really good builder, and this is just not the case. A lot of things happened here to me, and I don't really play well, but I have the intention of staying to see what I can do, and sometimes it's pretty damaging to your team, but I personally like it, and I think that if it didn't work out, I would have just left for my team because that's pretty fucked up if you stay and shit's not happening. But we'll see how it goes. Um, this is completely my view, so I have Shadow Start here. I don't know if I said this already, but anyways, I go more of the greedier approach. One Gate Guardian, one Spitter, one Bone Warrior, and a Worker, just to get some eco start or a head start here. I'm looking at my allies right now, and it's taking a really, really long time. We have one Ruzzy and one Wally with the hats. By the way, whoever's watching, wouldn't recommend Wally with the hats if you're wave leader. They send one Marine, you're dead. But he didn't get any. That's good. Sophie follow-up, not so great. And I think normally here I would upgrade the Fire Archer, but I didn't do that. So you can see the mistakes are going to happen soon. I get the Nightcrawler, which isn't a bad choice, but it's not the, I don't know. It's one of the only two choices I have, or it's to build a Sophie unit. So I check real quick to see how many lings are coming out, because that was a long time with our fellow teammates. Looking at wave leader, see a couple lings, so I'm feeling okay. Grab another worker, and then I realized this Wally guy didn't build, so he's leaking, so I'm panicking because I'm like, I don't have shit, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck it. Maybe they won't send shit, so I actually go for speed, and I know it's coming, so it's gonna hurt, but let's see. So what do I get? I get Beast. And here, I mean, I don't know. I think that this was okay. I think that a Fire Archer could have come out too. I think the most ideal option is to not go speed and get a cow maker, which is a harbinger, and I get a marauder, so it's so bad. This marauder is gonna fuck up my fucking expensive roach and kill my nightcrawler. And I leak 29. It hasn't happened yet, but this guy on the other side is killing. And he's back, this Wally person. But I leak 29 here. And that is not great. That is literally the entire fucking wave. And you can't really kill anything, because my only damage person was potentially the roach and the spitter, but the spitter wasn't going to do shit. It just hits everybody all at once, so it wasn't really killing any cows. And then now I have soul, which isn't ideal again, especially since this is ranged. So I go for the fire archer, knowing that I'm not gonna hold. And it's very few lings here, but these slings in the amount that I leaked before, not good enough. And I go a worker because I actually don't think it's too bad compared to last wave. And together it doesn't make it any better. I could have just stayed. I, I shouldn't have gotten an extra worker, but I didn't want to fall too behind. The fact that I'm behind already, like, yes, I'm behind, but I don't want to fall further behind and not get any workers. Lucky me. So I get Celestial, and I think what would have helped is just keeping that extra worker and being able to get a hopper, a cherub, just for that extra DPS. You see my value, it's actually lower than my teammates. What helps is that sexy divine passive. This isn't gonna work. I mean, I already spoke about how night crawlers just spread damage out and everything is just weak and low, but no cigar. And I'm actually doing worse than the guy that AFK'd for 1 round. Ugh, hate it. But this is why we have a video to begin with, right? 61 leaks by 5. That's dangerous. Nobody wants to be in that position. So I go for the Harbinger. I do love Harbinger on round 6. It's pretty good. It's probably like the best wave, his best wave. And at least I have that going on. I can at least hold wave 6, right? Yes, we can, because we have Shadow too. So those extra cows that were made actually came back from necromancy. And we have Celestial, I mean. So I was able to get the things that I wanted to do before with Celestial. But I did upgrade a Celestian to heal the cows for more of the damage. I generally get the Saint so it can help against auras. And I felt like I was gonna get something because I felt that that Marauder was not okay. And whatever, I just needed this. And it does its job. It heals the cows, and the cows get divine aura, and we get slows, and it works out. So I'm feeling good. I get a little bit more gas, one more worker, a roach, which is generally pretty good on round 8, and some terminators, so they can turn to plitties, which are helpful for other waves, but they're also pretty good for a distraction on wave 8, and that's a lot of lings. And if you generally watch me on Twitch, you know that my gas is really fucking low for what it normally is on this wave. My gas would be very close to purple's gas, and it's not. But it's okay. Income's looking pretty weak. And I finally get a chance to peek at what they have. That's what I did before. You always gotta peek at people, seeing where their weaknesses are, especially now. Um, Generally more chill when I don't have anything. Oh, by the way, I actually didn't mention this, but if you're new to Dynamic or you're trying to learn how to build, this isn't the video for this. Everything that I'm doing, like some of the units, some of the towers you would get, but some of the things you do, I wouldn't recommend, and I only did it because of survival instinct. If you guys want more of a standard builder, I mean, I can try to upload a video like that, but this is just not that video. I normally don't get apparition, but I got the apparition because I knew 10 was coming up and I needed some DPS. Lucky me. 396 minerals. What am I gonna do? Kill myself and get Teeter. I hate Teeter. I really do. And again, not one of those videos of what to build. But I got a teeter because I think that the other things are good for 10, and people generally upgrade spitters, cherubs, terminators for 10. But I really felt like I was lacking the damage here. So I went with the damage, teeter with apparition, a lot of damage because I don't have the pyro, I don't have admiral, I don't have T-birds, I don't have shit. So that was a damage and one blitty and one little spitter and a night crawler was okay and good enough. And those two lings in the back. So looking here, I mean, you can't see like the win rates, and I can't move the mouse for you guys to see the win rates, but these three people or the other team actually have pretty decent win rate, and I knew that the ling count was pretty low for what it is. We all sent the same amount of lings, and purple and green, they have a lot of gas, so I'm pretty sure they were sending a lot of lings, and me and dark green didn't send as much, but there's no way. So I upgrade the Cupid, and voila. We get a Basher and we get a DT. And I'm looking, this guy gets other auras as well. I'm feeling pretty good here. The Cupid's helping out. The Teeter with Apparition. And it ends up working out. The gas is slowly building. So oh my God. So I actually upgrade my teeter into a Heisendonger, and I swear everything that's happening I would never do if the game was decent. But I didn't want to build anything from Sophie and I needed damage, so I went for a Heisendonger. I'm requesting the Sun 14 because I just don't feel safe here. It actually ends up working out. This Roach with buffing the Heisendonger and the Apparition. My saving grace for this game. Taking a peek, seeing the dragon here and the satellites. Actually living comfortably. So I'm actually thinking here to prepare for 14. People in Dynamic generally send on 14, and I think it's the same thing for Select more and more. I see it in draft, but 14 is usually a send wave. And I go for the Vanguard because I'm thinking I need a bit more of a tank to protect my disgusting DPS. When I mean disgusting is that nobody actually builds these for DPS, but it's the best we can do. So, gonna upgrade to another master and selling the lings to get a little bit more slow. I just don't have enough gases on anything here, so I'm more interested in the value and holding, but they only send a mommy ship. Fortunately, I have another master. I have a roided up Heisendonger, Fire Archer, Slows, Healer, Cupid, or Gucci. So our baby send only made two people leak on the other team. I'm trying to pick up on gas right now. So generally people like to send one Bird Lord and Kahlo the rest. I think I was in that mindset of sending two Kahlos apiece, and there is three of them, so I was like, okay, that's way too much. Let's get fucking Wrath Walkers. They're not Kahlos anymore. Sorry. Mm. Lucky me, I get to buff my disgusting things. Oh my goodness. So I actually get a Dark Mage here too to assist with my non-existent DPS and some slows, some extra slows. Thinking about late game if I need it. They send broods and lings, which is a pretty good send. I mean, it's a lot of lings and trouble. I think shadow passive definitely helps. My shit is respawning. My Heisendonger's dead. And my apparition dead. Could have leaked way more, but shadow passive is good here. And they leak. So it's a pretty big send on their side. But now all of a sudden they got a fat SS. Starts to hurt them a little bit, but they got enough energy, which is great for them. So we're at 90 leaks by 16. We're not close to maxing out, which hurts my soul. And it's round 17, but that's okay. Finally get a decent damage tank thing, and I put it near the roach so it can get buffed. And then it's a baby send. You actually see me when I'm clicking my war center. I'm actually being very careful with the amount of workers I get, which is a rare sight because I usually just click Q, 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 and then just spam all the workers, but special case. So, again, further preparing for things, putting the Hercules over there so I can make everything a stunny boy and another half breed nearer than the Nethermaster and a tree of travel over there going to send big things. And just a side note, I hope everybody who watches this video, if you're ever in this situation, you get a team like this. I don't think that I think it's actually rare to find a team like this because they actually listen to me with the calls I was doing, and I'm surprised because I had the most leaks. Don't even have my shit maxed out, but people are listening. Get a big boy and a Thor. They like 57. Yeah. Shout out to my team. If you guys ever watched this video, I actually was so happy. I was like, holy shit. And not afraid to share. They almost die. Well, not close. I mean, they were burning. Their health got touched. Still a dangerous game though, because I'm not feeling pretty good with my value. But the thing is, they actually are down one. And I think when you're down one, it's an advantage and it's also a disadvantage. You're, you get less suns, but at the same time, it's chaotic because you have more fatties being spawned. So if I didn't hold this, it's trouble. I don't think we have max SS. No, we don't. And they send a lot, and I hold. My teammate leaks. Up security system the rest of the way. I mean, not security system, but workers. And they all leak. So, anyways, yeah. So I selected this video because it shows that you can come back. You don't have to leave as soon as you leak one wave, and pretty good experience to have. Especially, look at this. If you look at the score chart, they're all maxed out. I think they could have been in a really good place to survive, but somewhere along the lines they didn't hold. Um, and I do think it's because they leaked those specific waves to people. But once we hit on 16, we hit on 19, they leaked. And even though they're maxed out, they're at a disadvantage. I think we sent more. But also on the other end, me and Zik were not maxed out at all. And who knows? But, anyways, I wanted to share this again because shit happens and you can make it work and you can still win. And hopefully, it starts with good teammates that actually listen. And yeah, I hope this was educational. And I will be back with a fifth replay.